We aim to determine the degree to which economic policy uncertainty influences carbon emissions within the framework of renewable and non-renewable energy consumption.
Balancing economic growth with environmental protection is a challenge most countries face today. Studies from Istanbul Nişantaşı University explore how energy, finance, and policy intersect in this effort. These findings offer evidence-based insights that can help policymakers avoid trade-offs between development and sustainability. They also highlight where current strategies fall short, especially in managing the long-term impacts of fossil fuel dependence and financial instability.
This is another study we've prepared in collaboration with many authors. In this, we combined economic and political uncertainty with environmental sustainability. We also specifically addressed the distinction between renewable and non-renewable energy consumption.
How countries grow while managing energy choices is at the heart of the sustainability debate. India's economy is growing fast, but that growth often increases fossil fuel use, especially in the short term. Innovation and trade openness help renewables, but not enough to shift the trend on their own. In fact, without substantial financial and policy support, economic progress tends to rely more heavily on non-renewable resources. In G7 countries, policy uncertainty has even led to reduced emissions, particularly when fossil fuels dominate the energy mix. This suggests that targeted regulation can play a key role. The global economy adds another layer to environmental decisions. In Turkey, deeper integration into the global economy has raised energy demand and carbon emissions. Urbanization's impact is still limited, but is expected to grow. Globally, complex economies often put more pressure on the environment. However, factors such as remittances and uncertainty can help mitigate that pressure. Good sustainability planning must take these into account.
In this particular study, we focused on what is known as economic policy uncertainty, a dataset that has become quite widely used in recent times, and analyzed its implications for environmental sustainability.
Economic stability is tightly linked with environmental resilience. Economic shocks hit differently depending on the context, especially in countries like Turkey. Policymakers need flexible systems that can adapt to both inflation and recessions. Additionally, traditional methods may overlook signs of long-term fiscal strength. Asymmetric models show that Turkey's budget has hidden stability even during uncertain times.
Therefore, due to our dataset displaying heterogeneous characteristics, we employed this empirical method, bringing it all together. We also concluded that the economic policy uncertainty coefficient negatively affected carbon emissions at every quantile level.
The path to sustainable development lies in managing innovation, global trade, urban growth, and economic uncertainty together. These lessons are not just for India or Turkey. They matter globally. Together, the studies provide a clearer picture of how interconnected policies and economic choices shape long-term sustainability.